serious vehicle in this week. All jokes aside, this is a 2019 Jeep Renegade, and that's all I know about it. I can't give you specs, options. It's black, it's got silver wheels, loads of scratches on it, and it's really dirty. Local couple found me on a Google search, which is always wicked. Worried about branch scratches. There's really bad scratching on the rear quarter. I wanted to get that out, and said that they cared for the car quite a lot and wanted to give it the love it deserved, and they plan to have the car going forward, so wanted to spend the money getting it paint corrected and ceramic coated. They look after it themselves, so they're going to love washing it afterwards. But yeah, there's a little bit of mold tucked in some areas. The barrels of the wheels probably haven't been cleaned in a hot minute, and yeah, this is going to be a fun one. You've just seen me do, what have you seen me do? Porsche 911 GTS and an Aston Martin DBX and all these crazy cars that I normally do, but more often than not, it's these daily drivers, these really normal, relatable cars that go down so well. So sit back, grab a drink and enjoy this one, and I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm going to get washing. So you've just seen the condition of the paint. Solid black, swelled out, branch marks down the side, the rear quarter's pretty bad. There's some isolated random deep scratches, pretty much what you'd expect for a correction detail, but it's made fun because it's solid black. You hide nothing in your paint correction in the metallic, so that's gonna be fun. Just seasoned one of these blue Roots wall pads on the Mark V LHR 15. Been playing around with this, which is Nanolex heavy cut polish. Kind of like it, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna make the jump from H9 cut to this yet, but I've decanted some into a squeezy bottle and I'm going to continue. I used it a lot on that Porsche that you've previously seen me do, that black GTS. And yeah, it's nice. So I'm gonna get on and start polishing. Okay, so I've just finished the compounding stage on the car. You can see we've got some polishers everywhere. I actually went back to using Koch H9 because Nanolex was just a tickle sticky. But you can see from this rear quarter, all those heavy gouges are gone. Touched a couple in, sanded a couple out. But yeah, door handles off. This car comes apart really easy, so well worth doing. But looking super fresh down the side and the lights and on the bonnet. But what we've done is we've cut heavy on soft black paint. So as I showed you before, we have micromarring on the surface now. Now what I'm going to do is refine that down. So if you imagine you're sanding a piece of wood, you've gone in heavy at the start and you've used like an 80 grit, you then refine that down. So I've used that heavy sandpaper, which was our compound. Now we're going to refine that down with some finishing polish and draw the paint out. What I'll do is I'll do half of the bonnet and then come back in and show you what that difference is between marred hazy DA paint to refined jeweled paint ready for coating. So I'm going to crack on that and I'll pull you in to show you what that looks like. Oh baby, that is deep. Now what you're looking at there on the left hand side of your screen is the micromarring that is left behind from the compounding stage. As you saw, we had half that bonnet taped up and we've jeweled half of the paintwork. On the right hand side there, we've lost that micromarring. There's nothing impeding the reflections now, so we've got clean, crisp paint, perfect for coating. So again, that's after compounding, that's after jeweling. Crack on, get the rest of the car down and we'll lay some nice coating down on it. Terrible. Tastes good. Oh man, horrific. On to ceramic coating. Use this on the Porsche. Geon Mo's Evo Q2 V2, whatever it's called, but appearance-wise, lovely. Really adds depth to the paint. It flashes very quickly compared to something like CSL and EXO and maybe like C Quartz UK by CarPro. But by the time I've got the top of that panel on, the bottom's ready to come off. The workshop's currently 22 degrees, so it's probably a tickle warm in here, but it sweats and beads like CSL from G-Technic. But what's nice from a business perspective is they claim this has a durability of 36 months as a single product without a topping on it. I would advise that it lasts 24 months with the realistic of driving a daily driver, blah, blah, blah. But if you're a company looking to change up your ceramic coating, or someone at home that wants to play around with one, this is definitely worth doing. But if you've used coatings before, maybe just work smaller areas. This rear wing's so big. On a bonnet of a Range Rover with CSL, I know I can do half of it. But with the Mo's, just work smaller areas and you'll be fine. But yeah, cool bit of kit. I'm going to carry on and keep coating. So the last stage on this Jeep that I'll show on camera is going to be window cleaning. Top edge of the window was particularly dirty on this, so I'd actually polished the outside with CarPro Seriglass and done the top edge on it, but still, you know, it's coming for a good service. I've just spent a couple of hours on the interior. I hate filming interiors. If I get an interior specific job, I will film it for you, but on something like this, for me, the money was the paint correction. But the finishing touch is always going to be your glass, your tie dressing. Tie dressing I'll do off camera, a couple of bits of metal polishing, but the glass, I've got it rolled down. I've got these white scrubby pads from a company online, but you could quite easily chop the white scrub side off of a washing up sponge. Someone's drilling into a wall while we're trying to do some filming. How's your luck, Joe? Beautiful, good job. Then I'll take a squeegee, and you notice I've got the window down for this because that top edge is awfully important. I then got a squeegee, mop that residue up. That was just some soapy water I've lubricated it with there. Then I'll come in, Bill Hamber Traceless, waffle cloth. Go on, son, light that drill up again, why not? Do excuse me. I hate people making noise while I'm trying to film, but they don't know I'm trying to film, but you know, we get through life. Bit of Traceless on there. And then that top edge is beautiful. But one place not to forget, grab a microfiber and some cleaner. you see this return here when you put the glass up. So this one here is absolutely caked in rubbish. So I get some cleaner. I'm actually using 99% alcohol on this because it will restore and just get any rubbish off that rubber. So now that's all good. I'm gonna put the window up and then continue to get the bottom of the glass. Now, like I say, you can do this on the outside, but I had already polished the outside. Is it on the outside? Yeah, how's your luck, Joe? Already polished the outside, but there's a mark on it. So I will just use built amber on the outside, but this is useful. It's a nice little trick. Don't do it on every car you do. Get right down into there. Don't do it on every car that you do, but if something's in for a deeper clean, or you've got a new car which is off gassing, or a smoker's car, or the worst for me, somebody that vapes. I hate a vape. The smog on a window is real, but still. This little technique is a beauty to perfectly clear windows. Give it a little double buff. And if you're someone that struggles with smears, you can do sort of on the inside, you can do side to sides. And then when you come and do the outside with traceless, I always spray onto the cloth. Well, I try to. When you do the outside, you can do up and down. That way, if you get a streak, you know which side it's in. But if you clean glass like that, you're not getting any streaks in it. So, yeah, thought I'd share that. Like I say, I'm going to dress tyres, a little bit of metal polishing to do, a little bit of paint sealing in the door jambs, a couple of other little bits and pieces, little finessing, little finishing touches, and then I'll pull it outside. I've loved doing this car. I've just seen the screen and how awkward that was at an angle. I've loved doing this car. Doing a normal car every now and again is super duper enjoyable. Solid black, I love doing solid black. There's something twisted about it, but I love solid black. So yeah, this has just been such an enjoyable car. Lovely people to have done it for. Enjoy the afters. If you've enjoyed the content and you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out, please do subscribe to the channel. Check out my website on the screen now. Check out my Instagram, that's on the screen now. They'll be linked below. I think that's it. But as always, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.